Good morning. It's Monday, December the 29th. I'm Will Puckett. Thanks for joining us for Catch Up Quick. We begin with a Blount County Sheriff's Office deputy has died in the line of duty. The Sheriff's Office saying 30-year-old Deputy Justin Mowry was killed Sunday afternoon in a car crash while on patrol. Deputy Mowry was a 5-year veteran of the department, joining BCSO in 2020. He then earned a coveted spot on the Sheriff's Office SWAT team, where he served until his death. Blount County Sheriff James Lee Barong saying, "I am heartbroken. This is devastating for his family, his shift mates, this agency, and our community." He then goes on to say, "We appreciate the swift response of the Tennessee Highway Patrol and work together as we're working to determine how the accident happened." Now, also a reminder for you today for the funeral arrangements for Knox County Chief Deputy Bernie Lyon. There will be a receiving of friends tonight from 4 to 7 at Grace Baptist Church on Oak Ridge Highway. A procession will then happen tomorrow morning at 11:30. It'll start at Grace Baptist also. Lyon will be laid to rest at Trentville Cemetery in Strawberry Plains. The Sheriff's Office told us the Deputy Lyon died after a nearly 2-week stay in the ICU. Chief Deputy Lyon spent 46 years with the Knox County Sheriff's Office, Sheriff Tom Spangler making him his chief deputy 7 years ago. Well, the Tennessee Highway Patrol has released video of the moment. A Tennessee Highway Patrol troopers rescued a woman who they say was considering jumping from a bridge on Christmas Eve. You can see the video on your screen right now. From THP. It happened on December the 24th on Interstate 81 South on a bridge over the Holston River in Sullivan County. The video shows the woman standing on the bridge as officers talked with her, someone then grabbing her quickly and pulling her safely from the edge. Now, in a Facebook post, THP says, quote, "A woman was in a dark place and was considering jumping because people showed up and worked together. She is alive." If you or anyone you know who is struggling right now, you can reach out for help. All you have to do is call or text the Suicide and Crisis Lifeline. That number is 988. It's available 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. Well, police are investigating after one person was taken to a local hospital after a stabbing at Cat Daddy's Market in Tazewell on Saturday. Following that stabbing, the Tazewell Police Department says officers tried to stop several members of the Pagan Motorcycle Club. The attempted stop led to a chase through Union County all the way to the Knox County line. Police did arrest one motorcyclist, another taken to the hospital after a crash, saying they crashed in a construction zone. THP and TBI are helping in that investigation. Well, a team of House Democrats is reintroducing legislation that's aimed at ending a federal program allowing state and local law enforcement to participate in federal immigration enforcement. The bill, which has been in discussion since 2017, is an effort to eliminate the program that allows the federal government to deputize local law enforcement for immigration enforcement purposes. Supporters of the the PROTECT Act say the rise in government signing on has led to, or departments rather signing on, has led to resources stretched thin and a break in trust between cops and deputies or police officers and communities. A dangerous precedent that could result in more unreported crime instead of less. The president is praising immigration enforcement efforts as a way to make America safer.
We're deporting criminals, restoring safety to our most dangerous cities. Joe Biden said that he needed Congress to pass legislation to help close the border. We didn't need legislation. We just needed a new president.
Now, the bill is unlikely to pass in the GOP-controlled House this session, but if enacted, it would not ban local and state law enforcement from working with ICE or other federal agencies. Instead, it just removes one method Democrats say is currently being abused. Well, on New Year's Day, several new laws are set to take effect in Tennessee. Starting Thursday, Tennessee will become the first state in the country to have a public domestic violence offender registry. It's part of Savannah's Law, named after Robertson County Sheriff's Deputy Savannah Puckett. She was shot and killed by her ex-boyfriend in her home 3 years ago. The new registry will be managed by TBI and will include offenders' names and pictures, as well as the date and county of conviction. Offenders can stay on registry for 2 to 20 years, depending on the number of convictions. Meanwhile, several other laws are taking effect Thursday. One changes the state's implied consent law about blood tests. Another bans people on Snap from buying certain items. There are also new protections for minors online. We have a list of the new laws inside your WVLT News app. It's now been more than 1 year since Hurricane Helene wreaked havoc on East Tennessee, and cleanup efforts are still continuing to this day. Volunteers with Keep Green Beautiful and Keep the Tennessee River Beautiful coming together to clean up 9 miles of the Nolichucky River. Together, they reviewed or removed debris that still remained in the river since Helene hit. That includes 37 bags of litter, 28 tires, nearly 900 pounds of scrap metal, and just more than 200 pounds of random plastic. Cleanup efforts from Helene are still ongoing. If you'd like to help and find more information about it, you can do so inside your WVLT News app.
And now, your first alert forecast with meteorologist Sydney Sullivan.
Well, if you were up on the earlier side this morning, you might have been dealing with those showers working through the region. Also, those gusty winds. You can see our camera here shaking quite a bit. We had wind gusts at the airport this morning, peaking at 51-mile-per-hour gusts. So incredibly strong winds. Still going to be breezy throughout the day as this is actually ushering in colder air and pushing out that rain. So we are now drying things out. We'll start to see a little bit more sunshine work into the forecast, but this is really how you're actually able to see the effects of this cold front. Take a look at where the temperatures are just to the northwest of us. So even Nashville sitting at freezing basically right now, 42 in Knoxville, but we'll continue to see our temperatures fall a couple more degrees as we go throughout the afternoon. Hard to believe we're actually talking about temperatures colder for the afternoon. So we'll be sitting primarily right around that 40-degree mark through the remainder of the day, and then once we get closer towards 4, 5, 6 o'clock, those temperatures falling into the lower 30s. Very cold stretch of weather for us. Fortunately, it doesn't look like it's going to last too terribly long. We'll be in this cold stretch at least a little bit longer, but as we head into the new year, we'll see some improvements. So as we move into the rest of the day, more sunshine develops, temperatures again tumbling, and that breeze is going to stick with us, which means it will remain even colder when you factor in that wind chill. Moving into tonight, a few clouds work on in. Doesn't stop our temperatures though. We fall back into the lower 20s, even the teens for a few locations tomorrow morning. And again, when you factor in that wind, it's going to feel even colder. So Tuesday is looking to be nice and dry. Temperatures only peaking in the upper 30s, but let's take a look at your New Year's Eve forecast. Right now, things are trending nice and dry. Love to see it, but it is going to be a cold evening for us. So right around 7 o'clock, 39 degrees or so, hovering freezing as we approach the start of the new year. Now that is coming with nice quiet conditions now through the rest of the day and into the rest of the year, in fact. So as we move into Thursday, the start of the new year, a slight warm up is starting to work on in as we're back into the 50s by Friday, and then even the mid-50s as we get towards the tail end of the weekend with only a small chance for a few showers.
All righty, Sydney, thank you. Well, WVLT is proud to be your official station of the Vols, and tomorrow, Tennessee football is back in action, taking on Illinois in the Music City Bowl in Nashville. And while all eyes are on the game, they're also on the future. Tennessee let Tim Banks go a few weeks ago, acting fast to hire Jim Knowles as the next defensive coordinator. The rest of the assistant coaching lineup is locked in for 2026. But one big question remains. Defensive line coach Rodney Garner's contract expired at the end of the season. On 3's Pete Nakos is reporting, though, that he is expected to return to Rocky Top for next year. There's nothing official yet. That'll probably won't come until after tomorrow's bowl game. But having Coach G back is something defensive lineman Nathan Robinson says is critical for the players.
I think that's really important to who we are as a defense, and so I feel that it's necessary that G is able to come back. I have a really good relationship with Coach G. He's believed in me through all the injuries, and he's allowed me to have this opportunity this year just to be able to go out and be a part of the game, be a contributor, be able to make some plays. G is really important to us, and he's helped us a lot growing as football players and as men. And so if that relationship just kind of ceased every day, being an everyday thing, then I know we'd have guys who are pretty upset about that.
Yeah, Garner has helped in developing some top talent that's come out of Tennessee, including Falcons standout rookie edge rusher James Pierce Jr. and the Rams edge rusher Byron Young. Well, another football game means another jersey reveal. We know the Vols will wear tomorrow. All white, white helmets, white jerseys, white pants, like you see right here. They've worn the combo 3 times this season, including wins at Florida and Kentucky. Tomorrow's kickoff is at 5:30 on ESPN. Well, some good news from us right here at WVLT. Our good friend Rick Russo is getting close to returning to your airwaves. He was in the studio sitting down with our John Sartori. They talked about the Music City Bowl, including the quarterback matchup.
Joey Aguilar, in this era of opt-outs, it's big to have him playing quarterback in this game.
Absolutely, and the quarterback situation is interesting because you got Joey Aguilar on one side and Luke Altmaier, right, on the other side, who was with an SEC program before. And Tennessee, if I'm not mistaken, had kind of looked at him before bringing Joey in, but I think Joey has had the better season, and the Vols are hoping that Joey can continue to produce in this big bowl game coming up.
Now you can see the full interview with Rick Russo tomorrow on Volunteer Game Day. Volunteer Game Day will come live to you from Nashville, 3:30 Eastern, 2:30 Central Time. You can watch it on WVLT. It'll also stream on the Tennessee Valley Sports Network and inside your WVLT News app. Big day for Tennessee sports tomorrow, too. Not just football in action, but your 19th-ranked Tennessee basketball team welcomes in South Carolina State for their final tune-up before SEC play. And then it's back to action. The Vols have not played for more than a week. Tomorrow's game tips off at 8 on the SEC Network. Tennessee will then play in conference starting Saturday with a trip to 18th-ranked Arkansas up next.
We the People, celebrating 250 years of America. Sponsored by Garza Law Firm.
Well, today we're celebrating a president's birthday. On this day, December 29th, 1808, President Andrew Johnson was born. The White House Historical Association saying he was born in Raleigh, North Carolina, then opened a tailor shop in Greenville, Tennessee as an adult. He then became president when Abraham Lincoln was assassinated. Well, that's going to do it for today's edition of Catch Up Quick. We appreciate you joining us. As always, you can stay up to date on WVLT.tv, inside your WVLT News app, on all of our social media pages. It's streaming 24/7 on WVLT+. We'll see you back there.